we're gonna start. We're team final round. We're celebrating our Worlds run. Chris Miner, Zach Richards, Justin's not here because he was not playing Nago, or he was there in spirit playing Mark Tyner, and a nice top 4 finish. But final round came together, made this awesome deck that Chris piloted to a second place finish at Worlds, and played crazy out of his mind. Like, there was times where I was just like, I popped off for him when he made finals. I popped off, and everyone was like, "What's going on?" And I'm just like, we were stoked. So I got Zach above me in frame. I got Chris. I got Chris over here. I got Josh over here. So really, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to let Chris talk about his run. We're going to interject stuff like that. We're going to talk about the deck that he played, the Nagaryuki deck off of order. That is. Oh, some people just didn't give the boy credit, and they paid for it. Sorry, man. It just happens. 4 damage on moves is good. And then we're going to talk about our Worlds experience as a whole. Josh is going to talk about the at-home viewership. Me and Zach and Chris are going to talk about our personal stuff that we were there, and then we'll close it out and all that stuff. So, yeah, man. You can't see it, but Zach has his prize stuff off to the side because I think I cut the camera. 1 second. I got to change the camera angle. Wait, 1 second. Keep doing that. There we go. It's right there. We got his prizes right there. We'll stick that right there. But yeah. So, Chris, why don't you talk about your Worlds run, and then we'll just interject and stuff as we go.
So I guess the Worlds run started back in. I assume back in like November, where I guess I wasn't really confident in anything that I was playing. Like, Zach had a Dorian deck that I was pretty excited about. Then there was like an Armin deck that I was also excited about. The biggest issue is it was a lot of brain power, and it just didn't feel like I would be able to do a good job with them. And then Josh ended up building a Nago deck, and he just started destroying me all the time. And I was just like, I don't understand how this character is just 4 damage, and something so simple is just so good. And I already had all the cards for it. I was like, okay, so let's build this and let's test it out. And I don't remember like what the deck originally was like. I think it was like just like a 60 card kill you dead list. Mm-hmm. And then, but I mean, both Zach and Josh said it wasn't really my playstyle to play that way and to play a little bit more defensive. So we started adding Master of Drunken Fightings into it, the Big Fist Bashes, which I think started out as Absorbed Energy Spirit Strikes, but I think that like we couldn't beat Mikasa at all. And then when we switched to Big Fist Bash, having the Breaker 3, plus also the Breaker 3 off of the Inventor's Creation, just made that matchup a lot more winnable. Mm-hmm. And then at some point, I think Zach said, why not just play Imprisoned over Master of Drunken Fighting, because we can commit our character, because it doesn't matter if we're not on offense, and just being able to shut down like very key pieces instead of having them pick. Because Mikasa was like, oh, I'll commit this face down, blow it up, so he didn't really do anything. Whereas in Prison, it's like, oh, I'll commit the Dark Ward, I'll commit the actual ones that matter. It makes it a lot harder for them to win the game. Mm-hmm. And I think at that point we decided to add Walk the Dogs, because now that our opponent's stuff is committed, Walk the Dog is just a 6 low 10 that's basically on a 4-diff.
Yeah. That's some... When we were testing, I know like our earlier versions were like that. Just I'm going to play 60 to 62 cards and I'm just going to murder the guy. And I like to say I'm not an aggro guy. I'm more like a defensive player like yourself. And like, I wish I would have stuck on that and then did that, because Imprisoned is crazy, because Justin was playing it in his Mark Tyner deck and we were just like, what is going on? Like, this 4-diff is just so uber powerful, and it's really hard to play it in a deck that isn't like a 4-checks. But again, like, Nago doesn't care if he commits himself on defense, because we can't do anything except sit there with them. So, but like after the Imprisons and all that, because I know like back in Louisville you played like Midoriya, which is a defensive style kill you and then just one-shot you style deck. So what was it like going from that Midoriya type play style into like the aggressiveness of the Vampire Samurai man?
I guess my biggest issue in Louisville was like I won round one, drew round two and round three, and then like I won out until like I was 402, and then I think lost the last two to I guess end up like 45th place, I think. But I think the biggest issue is just the fact that I just sat there and did nothing for so many turns, playing a bunch of defense, and sometimes that mattered, but then other times it just felt that like there wasn't enough time, and I mean that's where the draws happened. Like I drew Ryan Kogod was playing what is it Rodan at the time, and then I drew against a Toga 3 deck.
Okay.
And so I just felt like after that event, I was just like, Midori's really, really cool, but it's not for me. Like I can't go that many rounds and just play that long. And so just having like an aggro deck that just sometimes it says, hey, turn 1 build 5, turn 2 present like 40 damage is sometimes just enough to just be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I remember like every single round at Worlds, I don't think I ever went to time at all. I think the closest thing I think was like maybe 40 minutes, and that was against the Dekus.
Okay. Okay. Like, what was like the game plan? I guess Josh can also, you other guys can chime in too. What was the game plan for the Nago deck going into Worlds, like against like, I know Godzilla, we're just gonna try to race him, right? Like we just gotta make sure we don't die to the turn 2 City Rampage, blow you up type stuff, and like the Mikasas, the Mark Tyners of the world. What was like the game plan with this? With Chris's great run, because he had to go through day 1 first and then make it all the way through day 2. The man played so many rounds of Universus and just played impeccably, greatly, spectacularly. I don't know what the word is, the expletive, but it was great. It was awesome watching my teammates doing so well, on day 2, day 3. So what was that game plan going into the event with Nago?
I guess like specifically versus the matchups, or just how the actual tournaments went.
Like, I guess like we don't have to go like too deep. We can when we get to the deck, we can kind of do that. We can talk about some matchup stuff. Like, what was your were you like, well, if it presents itself, am I just gonna murder them on 2, or was it like, were you gonna try to play a more of a controlled, aggressive style, or is it just kind of just playing what you could play when you had it?
I think it really depended on what I was against. Like the Mikasa decks, like if you don't kill them, then they're just going to kill you on the crackback. And so there's a lot of times where it's like I'm going to try and just send a couple moves, get to 3 counters, stack a little bit of momentum with the tension to be like, okay, you now have to present like 32 plus whatever my Roman cancel negates. And then if I have the Big Fist Bash for Breaker or the Inventors for Breaker, then I'll just do my whatever blocking I can, just to slow them down a little bit. Versus Midoriya, it was once again it's get to 3 counters, wait, go to the next turn, because they have to set up forever to kill you.
Yeah.
And so it's just get to 3 counters, send some rinky dink 3 diff move. They're like, do you want to flash this one? Because if you don't, you don't get anything.
Yeah.
And then I guess
big thing. Sorry to chime in, Chris. I think it was a big thing with the format in general that a lot of us really liked the way that deck played. Is on 2 you could just full send it and ship it if they were dead, but most matchups their character was very important. So on 2 you could just go to 3 counters, or if you have a Fukio, go to 2 counters, and then on 3 commit their character on your first enhance and then send it, and they lose the game on the spot a lot of times, right? Mikasa not being able to draw cards, or Deku not being able to flash, or Krista not being able to stack, Ryu not being able to block draw. There's so many matchups where first enhance commit your character is game winning.
Yeah.
time versus the check hack.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
sure.
just no longer gets it again.
Yeah.
A lot of times we were even looking all right, do we need to have 100% repeated? And it's all right, well, turns out we don't need that because we'll just commit their character, and then we didn't need to play this 5 diff at all. And if he check hacks that one, we're committing 4 to it if it checks bad.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter, and you're like, all right, how do I recover from this? And just was never a feasible option for it.
Well, and then also because there are basically no Tiners at Worlds, the Ice Swords proved a little bit better.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Even though Justin would be like, I was the Tyner. I was there. Tyner, he made it with Tyner. I was so looking forward to you and him facing in finals. I wanted No, George was great. George is a great, well-deserving champion. But I wanted final round versus final round, and bragging rights for
In
the
the final
entire
round?
year. Oh, in the final round, that would have been so good. That would have been so cool. Like, I think Tyner has like a really I guess like in happenstance, Tyner may have a bad matchup because you're just like 3-diff. Would you like to check it? Would you like to check hack it? 3-diff. Would you like to check hack it? Like you can honestly throw those moves into him for like a million. And I know in my testing with the deck, we could kind of weave into the deck whatever, but like Godzilla, if he nuked the board and you had momentum and he had no cards in hand and you had Thunder Spear in your hand, he was probably dead. You just check.
Yeah.
You just got to check 1/5 and he's dead, right? Like you just do you have it? Like I
You
did
didn't
that.
really need to check 5s depending on what turn it was, right? Like I made that mistake one time in testing.
Mm-hmm.
I went Godzilla board wipe, and Josh sent a single Thunder Spear Barrage for my entire life total.
Yep.
I was like, oh, my bad.
Yep.
Next game.
Yep.
Yep.
I did that to Austin in testing. He blew up the board, and I had a momentum, and I had 2 Thunder Spears, and I dropped him from full with 2 of them. I was just like, and he was just like, I was like, cool, man. This is for 20. This is for 20. Neat. Next game. Oh, it was so funny. Like, and like the Inventors creation thing. I'm claiming that for final round. That's us. That's us.
Mhm.
That's our move. That's our package
Oh, yeah.
thing now. That's
Oh, yeah.
us. We're claiming that.
Because I remember, like, when we first built the deck, like, we are just like, oh, Patchwork Baby is just good by itself. The Inventor's Creation, it's even better. But it just turns out that just give it Echo, give it Tension, and possibly throw whatever is just a million times better because it refunds the momentum itself.
Yep.
And then it's just 4 low 8, 4 low 8.
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of it was like, so the original version. If you want to like go into the deck, I can start like explaining the original like versions of it and stuff over how it came to be.
Yeah, that's fine. I
I
mean, and that's Chris. Do you want to talk about any
let's
more
just-
of your run, Chris? Because we can talk about, or we can just weave stuff in as we go. So I didn't know. I wanted to give you a little bit of a soapbox to talk about, like, stuff if you wanted to. So.
Well, I actually have to go on Ultra because I did not remember day one at all, outside of like a couple specific moments.
Yeah.
But basically, like, I played against 2 Mikasas, 2 Zeke 1s, Godzilla, and a Tyner. So the Mikasas basically they're not super familiar with the character, and they did not expect how much damage I could do. Most of the games I won is just because, like, I would stack Breaker 3 plus, I guess the Sung Jin Woo Foundation for additional breaker.
Oh, sure.
Because all their moves are slow, so it's like, cool, breaker 5U, breaker 6U, and sometimes that turn was just over, and then just kill them on the crackback, because they didn't realize I could commit their character. Zeke, I guess, was a little bit interesting. I also was not familiar with that matchup, so it was kind of a trial by fire for me, but just adding a ton of damage sometimes just really, really good against them. Played against Godzilla, against Ryan. I lost the die roll, and he won game 1. I won game 2. He won game 3, and that's just how the Godzilla matchup sometimes is.
There's a really
it's just, hey, here's a million damage.
There's a really good storyline with you and Ryan. You guys faced in day 1. You guys faced day 2 as well, I believe, and day 3. Like you faced him 3. You ran the entire trilogy with Ryan Kogod that weekend, which is crazy, which is so much fun. Yeah.
The funnier part is the fact that he beat me day 1 to make it into day 2.
Okay.
I beat him in 2 to make it to day 3.
Okay.
And day 3, we played to see who would go into top 4.
Yeah.
And then I guess speaking of which, of just like versus the Tyner decks of just if they don't just sending a bunch of damage is. I remember in game 3 it was turn 1 build like 4 or 5, turn 2 at the ready for 6. He's like, I'll deflect and then has no cards in hand and no uniques. I'm like, okay, cool, Thunder Spear for 20, put you to 7, and then build out, and then just die the next turn.
That's so funny. You just said, like, a random 3-diff could just do 20 on the spot is just... We love it here. Like, we love it here. Yeah. From there, you went to, like, you got to, like, your... I remember sitting, like, watching your games as they were being streamed, and it was just, like, we were just hovering over the phone. Me and Zach were hovering over his phone, because it was on the big screen, but we were watching it, and, like, I think the screen was delayed a little bit, I want to say. So, like, the phone was, like, up to date, and it's, like, me, Zach, Paul Butler, and Richard were all, like, hovering over it as they were playing, like, a a draft thing, and we were like hovering over his phone, and then you got into finals and all that, and we was like, me and Zach popped off, we ran over there, and it was so cool to see like someone do so well, like at a character they're very well versed with. Like our friend Tim Keefe has always said, I am more afraid of someone playing a character they've iterated on 100 times than someone playing the newest, hottest aggro deck right off, or the deck off the street, right? Like, being able to have the reps and play so many, like, just iterate on a deck over and over again actually pays dividends. And being a character specialist kind of also pays dividends, because you know that character inside and out, you know the matchups and all that. You know, the Zeke one's notwithstanding, because only the rare Zeke one, the rare Zeke matchups don't usually happen that much, so, you know. But
Well, and the fact that the phase 2 of them day 1 I thought was really interesting.
yeah. Like, a lot of people were really high on that deck's really cool. That deck's very sick. I'm a Hanji backup gamer, and they killed my girl. So when they banned 9 Titans, so yeah. But anywho,
That one needed to go though.
Yeah, I agree. So you get second place.
The draft thing was John Maffio's cube, by the way. It was a blast.
Okay, cool, awesome. John, shout outs for your cool cube. I helped him pick it up because everyone else just left. I helped him pick it up because it was like looking at all the cards as I was going through it. But you got to finals. It was a really, really tight 3-game set. It was like you got game 1, like you crushed him, and then it was just like we were waiting, and and he ended up winning. Whatever. It's congrats to him. So we'll have a George character card. But we were so proud of you that weekend, and when you finished when you finished your run, we were absolutely stoked for you and proud of you. I know you had to leave immediately and get on a plane, and you and Hunter had to get home and all that. But how's it been? Like, has people reached out about the deck or anything? Or I know like Response on Play has asked about getting you on because they missed your interview because you had to bounce. But anybody reach out at all? Like, because you're UVS famous now, so.
Well, I don't know about that, but no, I mean, a couple people like have asked for the list, and I mean, I have no issues giving it to them. It's also on Metaverses.
Yeah.
So
Metaverses, yeah. That it's so cool looking at the Metaverses data. Like, I mean, that in its own right, I think is so huge for our organized play system, is that, and just how they break everything down. Like, Chris has been always UVS famous for people in the know. That's facts. He has been. Those who know. But yeah. So
for a different format, though.
Tim Keefe scoop entire tournaments.
That's true.
Pre-registration. Tim Keefe is on record of, I will not play a retro tournament that Chris Miner is.
Oh, that's true, because of the Fey deck. Yeah, that's true. You're known for the Fey deck.
It is very annoying. Yeah. It is very annoying to deal with, and it was like, man, every time can this retro deck I've built beat Fey? I don't know.
I mean,
I've killed it, baby. It died.
He
does die.
He keeps ducking me at events, so we don't know. The top.
Was I ducking you or was I winning?
You were winning, okay? You were winning. Oh my gosh! Hi, Paul.
We just send our tongue whips for 400.
Hundo, yeah.
Well, now I've made the deck even worse.
There, I fixed it. There we go. 1 second. Let me do something real quick. Boop. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I would love to play. We got to play a retro event as soon as possible. I mean, a retro game next time we're in the same venue, because I want to see if Taki can take the Fey down. So,
I have 4 answers to Taki, so.
Yeah, I have a few answers to action hate, but I don't know if I have attack committal. I don't know if you have any of that, so I don't know. No open deck lists at this. We're gonna have a nice clean game of retro UVS, and then see.
No one spoil Chris's deck.
We'll have fun. But anywho, the deck. Josh, as the overall architect of the deck, you want to kind of just lead us into the discussion?
Yeah. So the Nago deck originally, before we knew we were getting Guilty Gear and we didn't know what characters we were getting. And a lot of the forming of the deck was like, I just want to play Thunder Spear a bunch. And so I built an Armin deck. And I was like, all right, cool. It's an Order Armin deck that's doing a bunch of stuff with like flipping all my ass, like flipping all of your cards. It's just like the normal Armin, illegal Armin 3 or whatever number he was. He's like, oh, I like strategic meeting. That one just fuels Thunder Spears. Like over and over again. And this is before we'd even gotten on the Inventor's creation. Sorry, my dog is dropping things at my feet. And so Chris had also gotten onto that, and it was like that, hey, I'm going to Botan's coaching you and rip your hand apart with the outwit cards. And so that one had been like too much mental stress of like trying to go through and win the game with it, and it wasn't working consistently. So we moved on. Like Nago came out, I took a lot of those cards, started playing like Bloodsucking Universe, Charge Shot, the one with Armin with like the gun in the air. Like, hey, these are all just 4 diffs that do eventually kill someone. And a lot of the success came from, as Zach was saying, and like Chris was like, oh, I want to play Dorian, and because Zach was playing Dorian at the time, he saw how well it was working. He's like, oh, I'm just going to commit the asset. And now you die.
It's
like, you don't get to draw
Nago came out,
cards.
Josh committed my asset one time, and I threw that Dorian deck in the trash.
It's like, oh, I don't need to commit your character. Your character doesn't do anything. I'll just bang the asset, and it's done.
Yeah.
And so eventually, as we kept iterating in it, finding out the good cards that was actually like working in Nago, Zach goes, well, if I'm going to play Nago, because at that point he was also, I was like, okay, I'm interested in this character. It's probably doing pretty well. It's killing a lot of people, but I want like a 60 card streamlined aggro deck. And originally the version was running like Pale Riders, because that uses the tension you can get. You could go Bloodsucking Universe, get attention, play Pale Rider, clear your Bloodsucking Universe, play the Pale Rider again. And you're just like pumping huge damage onto things that they have to block. And you find a Walk the Dog, you just kind of kill them eventually. But in testing, when Zach started playing Tyner, I was like, I can't play 4-5 diffs in a row without actually being able to get anything out of this, right? Eventually, I was like, my board is committed, this isn't working. We started cutting it down from like a 66 card list to 60, but we kept the Absorb Spirit Strikes at that point because the Mikasa deck wasn't really floating around yet, and Equipment Heist hadn't been banned yet.
Sure.
So I was like, all right, here's my answer to Equipment Heist decks, because we had one local playing like Equipment Heist Toga. There was someone trying to mess around with Overhaul. So I was like, all right, how do I? I was playing
Equipment Heist Overhaul and Tyner at various points.
It's like, oh, the answer is I'll just flip the attack. I don't have to worry about it. If they don't have enough attacks, I'll be fine. And if they somehow manage to manipulate their way to having enough things that it works out, then whatever. I can't win those matchups. Heist gets banned. I still play with the Spirit Strikes because I don't feel like resleeving my deck in paper, but we start going like, Chris starts getting on it, and we're like, all right, how do we solve the Inventor's creation? Because that ended up being the replacement for Pale Rider. And we just found out how busted giving it tension and also giving it throw and also giving it echo. As soon as you find one, you're just going, we'll kill him with this. This is all we need. You'll find 16 attacks, no problem. You have Fierce Wings to go find. At the readies, it's a shitter 3-diff. No one liked playing it, because I know you complained about it, going, oh, this is a bad 3-diff move. It doesn't have a block. Why would I play it? Like, it's so important.
I know.
It's so bad.
I saw the light. I saw the light eventually.
Yeah. It being a bad card is the best part about it.
Facts. Yeah.
Because your opponent does have to answer it in the laziest way.
Yeah.
It is the best lazy poke in the game.
Facts.
If you can give it damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, being 5 speed was pretty important, but yeah, I think like the earliest versions when it was like really just killing with Thunder Spear after some setup, you could just hold a couple high blocks and like more or less be okay.
Yeah.
And then Josh swapped it onto Adventure's Creation, and I got domed for like 16 off of a low move, and then there was a Walk the Dog, and I was like, oh shit, this sucks.
Yeah. And I know there was the point in time where I was like, oh, well, Mikasa's popular. We don't have a good answer. Everyone's boards are getting blown up. I think it was the game that we played where you had removed a bunch of your stuff with incompatible quirks. I was like, oh man, Walk the Dog fucking sucks right now.
Oh, sure.
Like, people are just going to remove or blow up their stuff, and Walk the Dog will always be on an 8. It's impossible to play. We're going to try Patchwork Babies.
Yeah.
But you didn't have enough cards in hand at that point. You're like, all right, well, one Patchwork can explode someone, right? You get like one good check, and they'll just take 16, 17 damage. No problem.
Yeah.
But then you run out of cards and you can't play defense because you just don't have defense on face. And Order doesn't have the greatest defense.
Yeah. Question mark? Yeah.
Yeah. It's there. You get breaker, but you have to block.
Yeah.
Right? You have to block things.
Yeah. Facts.
So we took the patchworks back out and we put the walk dogs back in. When we tried the drunken fighting, so it's like this has to work, right? We can just commit them down on their turn, but they never committed the ones that mattered.
Yeah.
And Mikasa's still out there going, well, I'll blow up the ones I commit anyways. And it's like, well, that sucks because now it's on check a 5 and I've lost a bunch of games to Jacob playing Mikasa and going, I'll check a 5, and it's like, fine, I'll explode, whatever. And that's when Zach was like, I also don't like drunken fighting, and he brought in after seeing Justin play Imprisoned a bunch from all of our other testing, he was like, what if you just played Imprisoned instead of the drunken fighting? And I was like, yeah. They're like, hey, you don't want to play it on your first turn anyways, so it doesn't matter if it's in your hand.
Yeah.
You're never playing it on your first turn. There's no point risking it. Just play your 3.
We eventually evolved, right? We eventually evolved because your zeros were originally Botons and one-mans, right?
Man Infernos,
yeah.
And eventually we swapped to like 2 one-mans, 2 Foresight before the Imprisoned, I think.
Right, yeah.
Oh no, it was your finished instead of Foresight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
like
once
have
we
some
decided
deadlock
on
hate.
once we decided on Imprisoned, it was like, oh, well, we just play Foresight, and we can build it on turn 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say.
We're a little low.
Yeah. Well, and part of it is, it doesn't matter if you play Foresight. If you're going first, there's no point to play Imprisoned. There's just no point to. Unless you want to go like 0 diff, see if there's a 5 on top, and then play it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the valuable Imprisoned turn is that, hey, you're going into your turn 2. I'm committing one of your stuff right now.
Sure. You get their best piece, correct? Like, that's on the board.
And that's the point that just keeps you alive. Just going, hey, that one, your Science Bros, your Incubating for next turn, your Dark Ward for your next turn, your Weapon at the ready so Mikasa doesn't get to stack anything. Those are like the key offensive, defensive pieces of just making sure you live.
Yeah. Like,
go
ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
I was going to say that, like specifically versus one of the Midoriya matchups, it's like, oh, I'll just commit your Defiant Stances and Heroic Passions on your, like, at the start of your turn. You don't get to transform for free. One of the Daikus, like, had to wait till, like, turn 3 or 4 before you could even transform. But yeah, like, against Mikasa, commit the Dark Wards, so you can't Echo, or you can't stop my Echo. On camera, you saw, like, me committing down to Horrifying Realizations, just so that way, like, I wanted to keep my Fierce Wings in hand, my Koenmas in hand, like, all the good reactive stuff. It's actually a really cool thing that I actually didn't think about until actually playing the deck at Worlds is, hey, on your turn, imprison your foundation. My turn, play at the ready as my rinky-dink move, get tension, oh, freeze that committed one, oh, it's your next turn, imprison something else, and all of a sudden, like, so, I remember, I think in my top 16, in one of the games, like against Caden, he had 2 foundations that were frozen the entire game. Like he just never had any open foundations.
Yeah, that's wild. Like, with that thought, like, is tension broken? Like, is the Roman cancel thing kind of like, I know it's not like broken, but it's like super duper strong, right? Like, it's this uninteractable piece at the most. It's kind of interactable, but it's not
I think it is absolutely perfect.
I think so too.
Honestly.
Like I think if you
I think the costs are great.
Yeah.
I think if you changed red to be able to change opponents' attacks, it'd be broken.
Fair.
And if you changed the abilities to be played more than once, it would be broken.
Oh sure.
I think it is actually absolute cinema.
Yeah.
Right. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
it is just treading the line.
Yeah.
Where all 4 abilities feel good to play.
Sure.
And none of them like don't have an answer, right? If you wanted to use yellow, the clear one,
you could
scales cancels.
Yeah.
If you want to use purple,
Juno cancels it.
Chinatown cancels.
No.
Or Hard Rock Witch.
Oh no, you're talking yellow.
Yeah,
Yellow is the
in
damage
the set,
reduction. You just flip flopped them. That's all. Purple's the clear. Yeah.
Purple clear gets canceled by scales.
Yeah.
Damage reduction gets canceled by Hard Rock Witch.
Chinatown.
Sacrifice for the cause. Chinatown.
Yeah.
Like a bunch
there's
of stuff.
There's answers.
Nothing really cancels freeze, but like one frozen thing is not the end of the world. It's pretty balanced. one zone change on a turn.
I don't know,
not
man.
the
Chris
end of
said
the
he
world, that's
froze
really
2 of
balanced.
Caden's foundations the entire game. That kind
Well,
of
it's 'cause
matters.
one of them,
So
one of them was frozen and one of them was committed to imprisoned, and he just rotated them
Yeah,
every
I know,
turn.
That's so
That's
funny.
because we had. That's because we had 16-ish tension moves.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and I think that's the big thing is like I don't think tension by itself is a problem,
Yeah.
but I think when you're able to splice tension onto cards like Inventor's Creation or something
Yeah.
else, then it actually becomes slightly more of a problem.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah, like
probably
there's
my.
almost
Oh, sorry. It.
Yeah, there's almost a world where it's like if sweeping daggers gave tension too, like
Yeah.
there would be an entirely different. If sweeping daggers wasn't banned and got to give tension to everything,
Yeah.
it would be an entirely different worlds.
Correct. Yeah. Like, I think tension's my favorite mechanic in like the last like year or two. Like that's like
Yeah.
it's the coolest mechanic that is like not evergreen, but like IP specific, because technically it's IP. It's one of the cool like
Deciduous.
yeah, I guess whatever. But like it's just one of the coolest mechanics and that they've created for like the IP. Like it's just perfect because it as a light Guilty Gear fan, I love the IP, but I don't play it a lot. But like it's so perfect for the game. Like it's yeah. I just wish time stopped when it happened. You know, like it does in the game where time stops and we can just move on. So yeah, but yeah.
It's. I think the Guilty Gear and Godzilla mechanics are both peak.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
They're very flavorful.
super well
with everything.
designed,
Yeah.
very flavorful, very powerful. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're not Godzilla is day -5 or whatever from release, so
Mhm.
we haven't fully experienced what happens when someone amasses 8 power tokens.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Um,
that's very true. Yes, yes, yes.
But I have news for you. Your opponent dies.
True.
Or just takes 3.
People die when you get 6.
If we can Roman cancel yellow, we just take 3. It's all good.
Chinatown, we're good here.
I don't know, man. I don't have an answer for that. So
Yeah, both Angrius and Terror.
Yeah,
Yeah, both have water, so.
yeah. That sucks.
Angrius does not have water. Angrius is Chaos Earth Fire.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, I thought you had water. My fault.
He gets sacrificed for the cause.
cause.
So.
Yes, he gets sacked for
we'll
the
be
cause,
okay.
which is just
He'll
as
be
good.
fine.
Yeah. Like when we were going through the deck and like the final iteration of it, like with the imprisons and all that, like was the sideboard just more pieces we just wanted for the deck, like, or was it just more of a if I face these things, I bring these in type thing?
So.
Yeah.
Oh, so
ahead,
I guess
go ahead,
with,
you found it.
yeah, with what the board is right now, like originally, so the reason why there's one main deck Koenma's is because it originally was a showdown because I didn't own a 4th Fierce Wings and I didn't feel like playing 4th Fierce Wings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Josh was just like, Showdown has just like such a hard cost, especially versus like if you're trying to action cancel because it stays in the card pool and you have to commit. And if like Tyner cancels you like on the runaway, you're like committing 5 or 6 foundations just to try and pass it. And so that's where Koenma's was born. And I was like, oh, this is just it removes itself for cost, and then it's just a free clear. And then we just added 2 more in the sideboard for some of the action decks, specifically like the runaways. But then also in the off chance that like, oh, I board in 3, there I have a 1 in whatever chance to actually randomly
To randomly
like
do it.
get the thing out. But that was never like game plan 1. It was just this is for action cancel.
Did
and
you
then
get to? Did you? Sorry,
Yeah,
I want to interrupt real quick. Did you did you cancel a runaway at all during the tournament?
yeah, on camera versus Carson.
Oh, those are the best. Those are the best. We love canceling
Oh.
runaways, man. We love canceling runaways.
And I don't know if it came up, but it also became a very important part of like into the Mikasa matchup,
Oh, sure.
where she's trying to do all this stuff and get her engine going and go Koenma's because she does it really easily.
Mm,
If you just happen to have it, just go. I don't know, man. I want to keep my attacks, leave my stuff alone.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that actually did happen. So yeah, versus one of the Mikasas, they had used like whatever weapons at the ready to like they were specifically removed a Koenma's, and I said, "Do you have a Koenma's in your yard?" And they're like, "Yes." Okay, cool. Fierce Wings. I'll go pick up my Koenma's.
Nice.
Continue.
Yeah.
And then versus Tyner, in actually the funniest way possible, I play a move, they run away the move, I Koenma's the runaway, he Ichigaki's the Koenma's, and then runaway resolves, but because I specifically checked a Walk the Dog on the Koenma's, Walk the Dog got put in the card pool, so then when I played my Walk the Dog from hand, I just got to draw 2 cards for free.
Oh. Hell yeah, it was destiny then. It was destiny. Yeah.
But then so yeah, so we had it was like Ice Sword or it was the repeated. I remember that we had like a really back and forth thing, and I think I just settled on the Ice Sword just because I think versus the Deku matchups or the Rodan matchups, just being able to commit multiple incubatings just matters a lot in those, just to try and push and damage. Because Rodan's really hard to get through because they can just chain block forever. Same thing with Deku a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And so you have to just like blitz them down as hard as possible. I think I had 2 absorbed spirit strikes in there, but I think last minute, specifically because of Mikasa, we exchanged them for a redirecting push.
Yeah, redirecting.
Because I remember just like, oh, we're playing redirecting push in Rodan, and Colby was just like, hey, like this card's really good in the matchup, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it, and I'm like, yeah, this card's really, really good. Plus, it's also just randomly a throw.
Correct.
So. Yeah, just, oh, hey, this one's for 8, and then Inventors just has another throw that it can copy, worst case scenario.
That's super sick that you could technically just side in those to go heavy throws and have literally like 12 to 16 throws or whatever the amount. Like, it just, that's, because I know, speaking of redirecting push, that card seemed like, that was like low key, like one of the MVPs for myself over the weekend in my winning in to get the day 2, but we'll talk about that later. But like redirecting push was like, wow, that card really put in its work over the weekend. So we found a cool Turtles card that worked really well, I guess.
You guys should have tried harder to convince me to play it because I thought that card sucked and I was on the all symbol. I did not play it.
We should have tried harder, I guess, right? Yeah. So let's take a look, before we go into our own world's experience, let's take a look at Nago into the Godzilla post-rotation. Like, how, I know we lose Fierce Wings, that's a huge one, but does the deck overall change much? Like, we didn't lose any attacks, right? Like, does it really? I know we lost some foundations, the 0 diffs, I know that's a huge hit, but like... Hacker. I think Hacker's probably the biggest one. I think that might be the hugest hit to the deck. But like, what are we looking at like going forward for Nago in the future?
Well, I know that like we've been talking about Bug Bite just because it's another 3-diff move. It's like a 1 high 9, but then just stacks another Thunder Spear or whatever move we need on top just to be able to draw it.
Or it confirms a check even. Like if we already have the Thunder Spear, it confirms the check. Like I'm a known Bug Bite hater, but I should just listen to the people who know what they're doing and just do it. So, that's just me, But like I know
if the card involves saying, "Hey, do you have this block zone?" You have to have this block zone. It's probably pretty good in a character that just pumps damage.
Yeah, it's probably true.
And then if they give up their only high block, here's 2 Thunder Spears, right?
That is true. Yeah, we love that.
I honestly think that like the fact that Runaway is gone, what's the 3-diff foundation on Death, Fire, Water that like resets speed or damage?
Desperate Struggle.
Yeah, Desperate Struggle. That being gone is also really, really good for us.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty interesting that a lot of the stuff that hates on the deck is gone, but the deck's best piece is gone. And I think the deck's best piece is Fierce Wings.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, I think
go pick up 20 damage. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Bug Bite's for. It's just a Fierce Wings that's an attack now.
Yeah, you gotta have a card draw for that one. That's a 2
or the order symbol. We got a lot of those.
Yeah.
We got a lot of those.
That's a 2 card pick up 20 damage. Okay, not a 1 card pick up 20.
When I have I'll stack a strategic. I'll play my strategic meaning. I will flip it. Thunder Spear has three keywords on it. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, there we go. We figured it out, folks. We're done. We're good. Yeah, I'm super excited for Nago for the future. Like I'm thinking about playing him for my first LC because I don't know when I'm gonna get my Godzilla cards, so I may just run back the old boy with some edits and run it. I said minor adjustments in our group chat, and that was very funny. Yes, minor adjustments. But yeah, like our world's experience as a whole, we know Chris had a great time because he got second place. He had a run of a lifetime. It was great. Let's go with Josh. Josh, as the at-home viewer, how was Worlds? Like the presentation? Did you feel like, I know you weren't, you wanted to go, but you last second didn't want to, but like, how was it at home? How was the viewership at home?
Like watching the stream was great. There were no major hiccups that I can think of. Like
Mhm.
I just had it on the background, was working from home that day, so I really just got to watch the game. I kind of missed most of day one just because I wasn't really thinking about it.
Yeah.
Um, and then I watched pretty much all of day two. Everything was nice. Like stream quality was great. My only complaint was trying to figure out Justin's board state with all of his backups, and I get to blame Tam for that because Tam told him to put everything there.
Yeah.
Trying to find where he put his character was going. There's too many backups on stage, and the card pool looks awful. I don't know what's going on as a viewer.
Yeah.
That is my only complaint over the stream the entire weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Truly, Tam's layout was not prepared for the sheer density of bullshit Justin was going to put on the stage.
He said it's not his fault this time in chat. Of course, but it always is your fault though. You know.
That man had.
I said it's not your fault.
Different possible backups he could put at his stage.
Yeah.
And 3 different assets.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then his foundations.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like character here, row of backups, row of assets, row of foundations, card pool somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. I know that's something that a lot of people that I've heard online and just talking with people that they hope they change the layout because it wasn't really that nice to watch. Because yeah, sure you want your characters kind of like dueling, but man, don't tell me where to put my character, man. My character goes dead center in the middle of my board, and you leave me alone. And like, you know,
Yeah, I get the presentation idea.
Yeah.
I get Tam's like theory.
Mhm.
As friends of Tam,
Correct.
we've seen a prototype of a new layout
yeah,
that I think is just as cool, and
Yeah.
I think if you pitch it right, mimics like the life total bars.
oh
Yeah, so that's what I was
yeah,
gonna say, like,
yeah,
If
Yep.
you look at a combo trial video, right, your
Mhm.
character is here, and then it just goes across of your card pool string, right? You have your inputs or whatever, your
Yeah.
special moves as they go down the card pool. And that is you doing your attacks. And I think that is the perfect way to represent the game.
Yeah, true. How, Chris, you were on stream quite a bit. How was playing on stream? Was it like kind of was the layout? I know Zach played on stream, and how he played on stream once? Like, how was the layout overall for you, in your games?
Zach, you want to go first, or? Oh, okay. So I guess so. Yeah. So day one played against Ryan, and I think the only thing that like both of us we draw from our left, and that's where the life pad was.
Okay.
And so we're like, hey, can we switch this over to the right hand side? Because it was just like this is just naturally where we want to put our deck, our discard pile, our move from game zone, and the judge was like, yeah, that's totally fine. And then they also let us use the UVS Calc app as long as it was like off the table
Oh, sure.
and on airplane mode, so that way there's no notifications. Just so that way it's like, oh, they're keeping track like on their own stuff, and then we're keeping track as well.
Yeah.
Just to like have the visuals a little bit easier that way. While then also using dice for the people at home.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Malcolm,
But then-
the stream judge, though. Malcolm was great all weekend, I heard. So, go ahead. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you.
And I mean, yeah, now that was, I guess, the only like issue is just once we move the life total to the other side. I mean, obviously Nago is plays one asset, so
Yeah.
yeah, they're like, hey, can you put your asset next to your character? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That doesn't like cause any issues.
Yeah.
And then the only thing they asked was the face down foundations are like separated from like the other ones, and I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the way I play is already like a little stream friendly because I do move my face downs and clump them together at the like right side of my stage. Stream did want me to keep like foundations together. They wanted me to group up if I had like 2 incubatings, put them together or
Oh,
whatever.
sure.
Which doesn't always happen because a lot of time I'll like commit stuff and then I'll just ready it, and it'll just be however I readied it.
Mm-hmm.
But my deck was also only playing one asset, and my opponent for the round I was on stream was also only playing one asset. So like
Sure.
it wasn't that big of a deal. By the time I got there for day 3, the life pad was already on the right side. The only thing I don't like that my hang about the stream is in majors I take notes on a life pad. I take notes on a piece of paper. I keep track of life totals on paper, and that like doesn't work for stream. They need the visual. So we had to like kind of arrange where stuff was so that I
Sure.
could still write stuff down because I wasn't giving that up just to be on stream. Because it's a habit, right? It's how I play Mid-Years. And then like the card stuff that you got to put under your like once per turns and your whatevers is like fine. The judges are there to help with that. I tried to like because it was me and George. And, like George is a pretty consistent judge, and I just try to be friendly, right? And since I'm friends with all the judges,
Yeah.
so we were going through before stream, like picking out which ones were gonna be relevant.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
So they're ready.
I just kind of had a pile of stuff that
Yeah.
like I grabbed Frozen and once per turn because I knew he was playing Kraken, so like my stuff's gonna be Frozen.
Yeah.
I grabbed Ready because I was playing Repeated.
Yeah.
So I knew stuff was gonna be ready and like that sort of stuff. So, yeah, the character thing is like whatever.
Yeah.
Tam will make improvements for the next round.
For sure. Yeah.
It'll be cool.
Yeah. As a Worlds participant and watcher for day 3, and I thought like the overall event was really well ran. Outside of that weird round 6 repair that we did in day 2, which didn't need it, but whatever. But overall, I think other than that, I think the whole weekend was a win. It was probably the best Worlds I've ever been to be honest, out of the years I've been playing the game. Even though I didn't do as well day 2 as I did day 1, we got the goal of going to day 2. That was the goal. We made it. And, we had fun. Like, I had a blast. Side events were great. The wall prizes were really good. I thought they were fantastic. We did run out of aspiring songs super early on day 3, which is not a surprise. That was the most wanted promo off the wall, I believe. So, yeah, it was great. Like, I've had people tell me that they wish they were there. They had FOMO, and I'm like, that's the point. They want you to go. They want you to show up to Worlds and go play. With now day 1 being open for 2026, everybody can just show up and play now, right? Like, that's the point, is to get people to come play our game and have fun and hang out with the best community in gaming, as what we call ourselves. So, yeah. Anything else?
I think, like, as an in-person attendee, right, like, I didn't have anything to do Friday. So they said, hey, there's a presentation as part of the opening ceremony Friday. Be here when this happens. And it was worth it to be there, right? Like, that the Rebel Frontier presentation was very cool.
Yeah.
We got to see a little bit more than what was in the article today. If you haven't read that, check it out. But we saw some cards. I could not tell you what they were, but they look good.
Filled with Doubt and Moment of Normalcy were 2 of them. I remember that. That's it.
And Rising Uppercut.
And Rising Uppercut. That's correct. And Rising Uppercut was one of them too. Yeah.
That, like, I think those promos will make going to Chicago worth it. If nothing else, right? Like,
oh man,
if I don't make day 2 of Chicago, I will just grind some side events Sunday before we drive home and grab a set of promos.
Correct. Yeah. Like, especially if they restructure prize wall entry tickets. Like, if I would really like to. That's my. I think that's my one gripe, is that if you get a win, maybe give us a 3 prize wall tickets so we can get a promo per win instead of, well, we get a like 2/3 of a promo for a win. That might be my only thing I'd like to see, is give us a promo per win for the most part.
Yeah, I think that, like, Worlds overall was, like you said, I think it was the best one. I missed the Vegas year, the League of Villains special premiere.
Oh, sure.
That was the only one I haven't been to in the modern era.
Yeah.
And I think that this was by far the best one, right? Like, 2023 had some major problems. Not the least of which was a manually paired double and limb bracket.
Yeah. Yeah.
2024 had the, like, last minute, oh, actually everybody can come. Originally it was a closed event. There was nothing for anybody else.
Yeah.
And then this year was nearly flawless, right? It was very well run. The round 6 repair helped me, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah.
But damn, was that batshit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I was upset because it made me miss my first round of retro.
That was the real goal, was to win Retro this weekend. It wasn't winning Worlds, it was winning Retro. That's what the real goal was. Yeah.
That's Chris's goal every event. I like.
Yeah.
That's the power, right?
Yeah.
Is Nick won when we wanted to play Cube the entire time,
Yep.
and then he just won Worlds from it. If there's something else you want to play at the event, you'll just win.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's very true. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what they have planned. You know, like I can't complain. I got a regional in my backyard this year, and I'm looking forward to maybe possibly going to another regional plus Worlds, and it's just. I'm really excited, and Levi seems like he's very passionate about the OP program. Like he's really putting his best foot forward. Like, you know, if Worlds was ran like this and he had like weeks to prep for it, I heard, if he has time to prep for stuff, I'm sold, man. Like, you know. And like, oh yeah, you're grinding your ass for a backup this year. As long as we're all on it, we're good. A team backup would be sick.
I mean, I think like almost the entire team is coming to Chicago, right? Like
Yeah.
Chris isn't going because he's already got his day 2 next year.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think like nearly everyone else is coming.
Justin doesn't have to go, but he wants a backup. So, you know, because Justin also has his day 2, you know, like, yeah, I think everyone's coming. They're all staying at my house. Yay!
House party.
House party. Slumber party with the
It's
fun
gonna
around.
be, it's gonna dibs on the first leg of the drive because I don't think I can sleep in a van. So me not driving to rest to drive is not going to be helpful.
Hell yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I can easily sleep in a van. You can trust me.
So what are you going to be doing this year, Chris? Now that you don't actually technically have to go to a regional at all, like, are you going to plan to go to any of the regionals? Are you going to like anything near you? I know like Atlanta is pretty close of a drive, and I know you guys usually always hit Atlanta because it's not terribly far. Are you planning on going to anything outside of maybe just Worlds this year?
Well, yeah, so like Atlanta is, I think, the weekend right before my birthday, so that's probably going to be, and it's also, yeah, within driving distance, so it's going to be the one event plus Worlds, and then the rest of the time is just going to be playtesting with the guys at the shop, and then like just helping them do LCs, because I don't need to go to, or I can go to LCs, but there's no point actually like taking spots away from anybody.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, you can win and get money.
You can win and get money, and then the spot drops down to the next guy. You can win money.
Oh, that's fair. That is true, I guess. Yeah, yeah. If we have enough people, then yeah, I guess I can win money.
You could win money. Yeah, I know that's crazy this year that you could win, like we could win money for, you know, it's not a lot. It helps you for travel and stuff like that, but still.
Wait, hold on,
it's
I
anything.
got a power up now.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that there's now doing $1,000 retro tournaments, that's like, for me, just like, cool, we'll go to a regional.
Yeah.
I guess, like, who cares about day 1 or day 2? I want to do retro. That's all I want to do.
So
And then I'll get to day 2 and I'll be like, now I can't actually play in retro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Man, the regionals this year are going to be crazy. I am marginally concerned about old heads deciding that whatever you get for winning the regional, like if you don't think you have a really good shot at winning, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That conceding your top 8 match and going to play retro for $1,000 is a better value.
It could be. You could.
Like if you are confident you're going to win, right?
Yeah.
If you have a really good deck or really good bracket.
Oh, that's something else we need to talk about real quick. They amended they did a bunch of rule floor changes, and I think they changed a bunch of top cut stuff. Like, I don't remember what they did, but they did something. If the
You
floor
can mulligan before the timer, then you can't
there's
mulligan
bigger cuts.
before
Is
after
what
the
I'm saying.
timer.
There's bigger cuts now. Yeah, that's
smaller events instead of cutting to 4, cut to 8, and then like the step below a size we'll never get anytime soon.
Yeah.
Is back to 32 instead of 16.
Yeah. That was like a big thing. So that
the big rule change is like the no open deck list, which I am not a fan of.
Yeah.
I wish we had just found a way to
do it.
keep that.
Yeah.
I wish we just found a better system to implement instead of scrapping it.
Sure. Maybe they scrapped it to find a better one instead of struggling with the one they have currently. So I don't know, man.
I hope so, but I just don't want to deal with. We're in a team culture now, right? Where teams are running around going, "Oh, I saw this guy is playing this one because their round ended early."
Yeah.
Or they're not actually competing, so they're just going around scooping out who's playing what.
Yeah. But hey, man, everyone thought Naga was bad.
I think it gives like think it gives people like us, Let's Talk,
Yeah.
Trading Post,
Yeah.
MGLA, like the big teams
Yeah.
with popular friendly players,
Yeah.
a big advantage
Sure.
because you could just go, "Hey, I'm playing this person. What are they playing?"
Yeah. True.
To almost anyone in the tournament. Right?
Sure. Sure. I mean, like, I don't even. I don't even think I think I looked at one person's deck the entire weekend, and it was my winning in against a Mega Mutant. I was like, "What the fuck does this deck do?" And I didn't die, and I recited in redirecting pushes, and I didn't die, and then I killed him. But like, yeah, like that deck was cool.
That-
like
I look-
that was
That redirecting
I just
push
look for
probably
hand
saved your life,
traps
I would
every
guess.
round.
Yeah.
yes. Like
I took advantage of the open deck list every single round.
sure, sure.
I remember, like, I was looking, it was like, okay, what are you playing? What are your defensive pieces? One of my opponents, I looked at their deck list, I was like, oh, this deck is running exactly 8 low blocks. I will tension my moves to be low, and I will just murder you.
A big difference between you and me is I won one game in day 2, so I didn't care what I was playing against. So yeah. And the one game I won
Maybe,
day 2.
hold on though, Chris. Maybe if you had looked at the deck list.
Oh, okay, fine, fair, yes. Yeah, fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yes. But yeah.
Oh, for guys that were there, was it like ultra printout, or was it just like you just looked at their decks?
It was
You had to look at it on.
you had to look at it on
Cardinal.
UGN.
Okay.
On the UGN.
For top cuts, they gave us printouts.
Oh, that's
but-
cool. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Obviously excited with
But also-
top cuts. So,
But also, by the time Top Cuts was out, Metaversus had all of the data, so you could just look at it on Ultra and then look at the metrics that way.
Those
Yeah, I
metas-
actually just while when George and I were sitting at the table waiting for stream, I just pulled his deck up on Ultra and just looked through it.
Oh, sure.
Not that his deck had any sauce whatsoever to even look at.
Sauceless Godzilla.
It was a sauceless Godzilla, I guess. Yeah.
It was the 60 card Kill You Dead Godzilla.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was that deck was just wild. Because there was.
Short-lived promotion puts in a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
right?
against Ryan.
all
Oh man.
that lost
Yeah,
the
go
game,
ahead.
short-lived promotion
Yeah.
was one of them.
Yeah.
Right? Him building 4
Yep.
on that board wipe turn
Mhm.
was backbreaking.
Yeah.
Even with everything else, right? Like I think with all the other stuff that happened, Chris might have recovered from a build 2.
Yeah.
He's never recovered from a build 4.
Yeah. True.
Well, unless I randomly had a turn of like, oh, I'll draw multiple Thunder Spears and just kill you on zero foundations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Ryan did that to me. He became an 8-hander, blew up the board, built 4. He two of those 4 were the other 2 copies of short-lived promotion. Went into his next turn as an 8-hander again. Built 5 when I built 2 turns in a row, and then he just died. Like there was a lot of people saying that short-lived promotion will have to be looked at or whatnot. I don't think so. Whatever. We'll see how the format shakes out going forward with rotation. So.
Yeah, the Godzilla board wipe hit really hard every time I saw it this weekend, which is an interesting change from like last year.
Yeah.
Last calendar year, we saw a lot of Godzilla board wipes where they instantly lost the game afterwards.
Correct. Yeah.
And that probably is the card that made the change, right? Is they probably I don't know if they were playing it before, but that one
Some of
inclusion
them were. It
card-
was 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but that inclusion and having it available for when you do want to go for it to like, hey, I am not getting punished because I am starting the game over and building 5 or building 4 or whatever. As opposed to a 2 is I can begin rebuilding next turn
Yeah.
and maybe check 1 good attack. Build 4 is, hey, I can play like 3 attacks potentially.
I am
And you'll
good.
die
Yeah,
from
even if it's like a
Godzilla.
3
I
on the
do
city
want to
red tape
complain
after
about
you
one
get
card, but it's not really a complaint. It's like, oh boy, why didn't I think of this? What's the 3-diff Rocksteady card that doesn't count? That doesn't count.
Dumbfounded?
Yeah, that card.
Dumbfounded, yeah.
That card's crazy, and it's another
Oh,
zero
yeah.
diff. You'll never complain, and it's another zero diff in that deck. That's wild.
We just
you know?
didn't. So we were focused on the Earth version a lot,
Facts.
and
yeah.
the Earth version didn't need it.
Yeah.
The Chaos version, I think we were running it a 2 of
Yeah.
in our builds.
Okay.
I was the only one ever
Yeah.
on the team testing Godzilla.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
but
Because I know
I
Austin.
played it into a bunch of people.
Because Austin was on Chaos Godzilla before he got beamed down by the Zach Richards ghost of Louisville Past and started playing Earth, and he never had Dumbfounded in his Chaos deck, and I was like, it seems so obvious to do that. Like it's a free card. Why? Like we just didn't ever even played it. It's just it's just
I can't remember what zeros the Chaos deck was running.
Master's Pride.
But-
That's it.
Yeah, the Chaos I felt like had more one diffs, so you could get away with like a little more build for commit your character.
Yeah.
But the newer Chaos builds and the Earth builds like couldn't quite get away with that.
Yeah.
And post rotation, Dumbfounded goes crazy.
Correct. That's facts. Yes. Yeah. Dumbfounded comes crazy. Yeah.
Fight for Truth was also a really, really good addition to that deck, being able to just like, end step, flip, pick up like potentially another attack or a rampage.
Yeah, going into their turn. Yeah,
selective draws pretty good.
Yeah, selective draws pretty good. I was just thinking, because I've always looked at that card when building chaos lists, and I just cut it because I'm just like, well, I don't really. It's whatever, but. And it has a deadlock.
Yeah, I think a lot of us looked at 2-diff flip draw and we're like, well, I can play 1-diff flip draw instead.
Yeah.
And it turns out you can actually just play 20 card draw cards.
Correct. Yeah.
It turns out we'll just make a bunch of Titan Cliffs. We'll just keep finding better cards.
That's true. That seems to be like the thing, right? Like it's anything to draw a card. That's just that's just what we do. Anything to draw a card, because drawing cards wins you games, and that's just
it's all action economy. It's like I get to do more things than you.
Trying to play fucking 2-hand characters with 32 health.
Oh man, I'm so stoked to see Kiryu. Like I played him in okay, so with something we didn't talk about was the pre-release, and Chris was too busy winning to play in it. So me and Zach got to play in it. I played Kiryu, and I had a blast. I didn't win. I won one game. Maybe I don't remember if I won a game at all, but I had a blast playing with 2 hands. It was sick. It was...
I didn't play the first one that I opened the Chrome because I was still in the main event.
Yeah, same.
I XO'd every other pre-release I played. I XO'd the one on day 3.
Yeah.
I XO'd both of the Charleston ones this weekend.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
I guess Josh and I XO won the one Saturday.
Yeah.
Because there was a prize pack for being in first that I didn't know about. So Josh was like, "You want to draw it?" I was like, "I guess, man. We can play standard."
I also didn't know. We both got the extra pack.
Oh, nice. Hello. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah.
You're welcome.
This pre-release format is like the sealed format is really fun. I think you're gonna have a hard time getting people to pay $35 or whatever to play it.
Yeah.
After this weekend.
Yeah.
But it's a good step in the right direction for sealed.
Sure. Because what, like the scrambles are supposed to be sealed now? Like they want them to be. They would like them to be sealed.
I think they're listed as sealed events. I just don't know how you're going to convince people to pay $35.
Correct. Yeah.
Like it's fun.
Yeah.
But the format does like. Chris, what did you think yesterday? Because that was your first one, right?
I went I mean I didn't play it. There was also a Riftbound skirmish, so I just opened my pre-release, said, "Cool, I'm playing Riftbound. Oh, you're my opponent. Cool, I concede."
So the format has like a little bit of a problem where if you cycle first, you kind of lose the game on the spot. I don't know if you noticed this, Chris Smith, in your pre-release, but
yeah.
Every single time my opponent cycled, either like during their turn or like on the first block of my turn, I instantly won the game. It was
correct. Yep. Yeah, my rival did it. And I went commit those 2, blow up that one. I draw 2 cards. I tutor this card out of my deck, out of my discard pile.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had one where I played Space Godzilla. I had amassed like 5 power tokens. This was at the day 3 event at Worlds. I had like 5 power tokens. My rival cycled. I went commit those 2, flip those 2, destroy that one, add a card from my discard pile. Here's my 5. You're committed out now. Here's my 5 speed move that I've loaded up 5 power tokens on. -3 to your next check.
No, Satonis, we play 10 extra cards, so our rival cycles before us if we go first. That's what you do. You just play a 50-card deck. That's all you do.
I played Burning Godzilla on Sunday.
So you played all of the cards. Okay.
I played all of the cards. My opponent still cycled first.
Oh my gosh, that's wild, dude. Like
But I also played 9 or 10, like 3 and 4 diffs in the deck because I just didn't have enough. And so at that point, I just didn't always hit the button.
Yeah.
And I did lazy pokes.
Yeah. Like
I would have killed Josh 1 turn faster if Burning Godzilla didn't have Cape of No Return on his face.
Oh, facts. Yeah, that seems to be pretty good. I played King.
I was like,
go ahead.
Play this move, powerful 40. He was like, remove it from the game. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I did that to someone. Someone threw bloody chainsaws at me for like 15, and I go, Ghidorah, take 3, and I was just like, sick. Chris, how'd you do in the Riftbound skirmish?
I'm in top 4.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. We love that. Look at that. We're dominating 2 different games and kicking my ass in Commander after he makes day 3. That stupid rabbit. That stupid rabbit.
Yes, Mrs. Bumbleflower is great.
He's like, I'm leaving the
Senorita
game
Tequila.
now. I'm going to give
Senorita
Nick 2
Margarita.
turns. I'm leaving the game. You know?
Oh, Chris, my roommate has rebuilt all my commander decks for me.
Okay.
They're all just in a room over there. You got some shit coming to Chicago.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm down. I'm so down for this. I'm going to get my ass kicked so bad. I'm just here to push buttons, man. I'm just here to push buttons. But, all right.
I'm bringing fucking Mardu prison.
I don't know what
Oh,
any of
Lordy.
this means. I'm cool with it. I'm fine. My table is big enough so everybody can play Commander at the same time. We can all play a 9-player Commander if we want. Whatever.
God.
That sounds awful.
It will be,
Yeah,
and we
please
will,
no.
and we won't do
I'm
that.
gonna burn everyone at the same time. It'll be great.
It will be. All right. Well, we're a little over an hour over. But yeah. Any final thoughts, like before we close?
Congratulations, Chris. Again.
Congratulations to
Thank
Chris.
you.
This whole stream was for him and celebrating us. It was Obama putting a medal around Obama's neck. This is what it was. We were tooting our own horn. So yes.
Yep.
I will say that Kiryu Type 3 is basically Nago, but with the good symbol.
Hell yeah.
If anyone ever tells you your character's bad and you don't believe them, if you really think it's good, and build it anyways and keep working on it, because general populace is stupid.
Don't forget, Tam Cardwell said Fukio was a bad card. So yeah.
True.
we had to say that.
Everybody's wrong sometimes.
Everybody's
It
wrong
happens.
at least
I-
once.
I,
you know?
I thought redirecting push sucked. I told Chris not to play that. I was like, I don't think this card does anything for your deck when you
Yeah.
put it in.
Yeah.
Post board, I think
Yeah.
it waters down your offense. Don't
Sure.
play it. And
Yeah.
Chris is like, no, I think you're wrong.
No, it's a
And
1 mid-8
was
throw.
right.
Yeah, it's a 1-8 throw.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, versus the Mikasa's like, because they're blowing up all their boards, you're like, cool, I'll board out 2 Walk the Dogs for 2 pushes, and then just, you can't kill me on your turn.
You don't get to clear your thing. Your Taharas get to be expensive.
Hell yeah. We love that.
Enjoy.
All right, everyone. Let's see if I don't know if anyone's streaming tonight. I don't know if Tam's streaming. Is Tam
Good.
streaming?
Hoping with Cardboard Boys are live with George.
Oh,
But I
cool.
think they only stream on YouTube.
Oh.
Like a box opening, so your pick.
Ooh. I need a dual stream. That'd be something. But we're going to Snuggie to go watch the case opening. We're leaving. We're leaving there now. Go. Thank you for everyone
Bye,
watching.
everyone.
We love you.
Okay.
And we'll all see you probably tomorrow because I'm doing something with Nick tomorrow. So bye. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Bye.